Hey guys, it's the MTG Man here as we are starting our spoiler season for Dragon Maze. I know y'all are just so excited about this. This spoiler session is actually just going to include the rares and mythics that have been revealed so far. So, alright, let's get started. First off, we have Rubik Thar, the Unbowed. He's a 6/6 for 6 with Vigilance Reach. Whenever he attacks each turn if able, and he's got this little neat ability, I think, that is just going to really hurt some control builds out there, as he is able to actually deal 6 damage to the player every time a non-creature spell is cast. So he's pretty good. Next up we have Eva, the Blood Witch. Rakdos Blood Witch. She's a human cleric legendary. She has first strike and haste. She's a 3/3 for 4. She has Unleash, but this ability here makes black-red aggros pretty big. Is with each other creature you control with a +1/+1 counter has haste. It's pretty nice card there. So next up we have Tessa, the Envy of Ghosts. She is a 4/4 for 7, which is kind of costly, but we'll get this. She has Vigilance and Protection from creatures, and whenever a creature deals damage to you, destroy it and put a 1/1 black-white spirit onto the field. So that's a pretty big, beastly ability there. Next up we have Malik Izzet Paragon. He's a legendary creature, weird wizard. You play with the top card of your library revealed, and you may cast it if it's an instant or sorcery card. My favorite ability about him is whenever whenever you play an instant or sorcery, it gets copied. Next up we have Abaddon of the Worm. It's 4 mana to put a 5/5 worm onto the field. It may not seem very good, but if you think with the aggro decks, Arbor Elves and Farseeks, you can get this baby down turn 3. Next up we have Voreel, the Hole of the Clade. He's pretty basic. He's a 1/4 for 3, and it just doubles the counters on stuff, so Primordial Hydra is going to be huge. Next we have Master of Cruelties. This guy's a little sketchy, I think. I mean, he's 1/4 for 5. His first strike and Death Touch, but whenever he can only attack alone, but whenever he's not blocked, it takes the player's life total down to 1. So, and then the damage doesn't go through. But I think people are going to be a little hesitant to block him due to his first strike Death Touch ability, but then again, they don't want their life total to go to 1. Next up we have Renounce the Guilds. I don't know what I think about this, honestly. It's a 2 mana instant, and whenever you cast it, each player sacrifices a multicolored permanent. I mean, yeah, it's an option to take out Geist and Aristocrats, but then again, how often are you gonna get those? Because 90% of the stuff in this set is multicolored. So I don't know. I think it might see a bit of play, but not too much. So next up, we've got the two of my favorite cards released so far. We have Render Silence and Ral Zarek, the first Planeswalker released here. We have Render Silence in here. It's 3 mana, converted mana cost. It's 2 white and a blue. Or excuse me, 2 blue and a white. When it's in his ability, it says instant counter target spell. Its controller can't cast spells this turn. So what I see this card here basically is Wizards took our old favorite card Counterspell and combined it with a fairly newer but pretty old still core set card called Silence, which says players can't cast spells this turn, and made them into 1. I think this card could see potential in Esper decks and just straight up control, but its mana cost is going to be a little tricky, as there is no just generic colored mana next in his cost. And the next card we have up here is Ral Zarek. His first ability is actually tap target permanent and then untap another target permanent. Well, basically you're probably just going to tap land and get a land back, which is okay. It's his +1. He starts at 4 for 4 mana. His -2, it's basically just a Searing Spear for his -2. And then his -7, get this, flip a coin 5 times. Take an extra turn after this one for each coin that comes up heads. So we have the potential of taking 5 extra turns with Ral Zarek here. So I think you might see some play in like USA Control, but as we can see here with him and Malik, that Izzet is getting a fairly large boost so far. So I don't know. So well, there's the first edition of excuse me, Dragon Maze spoilers. So let us know what you think. A review of the first page. Thanks for watching, guys, and go like the MTG man. Yeah.